The year is coming to an end, and it's been a wild 2023 at the Ohio Statehouse. Criminal law experts say this year was particularly bad in terms of public corruption cases. The governor even touching on the topic in our one-on-one with him last week.
One person getting in trouble who's a public official, one person who is prominent, one person who's elected official is one too many. It's kind of like a cancer. It's eating on the public's perception of and confidence in our system.
Columbus Bureau reporter Morgan Trau gives us a recap from the state's capital.
2023 was a big year at the Ohio Statehouse, but it was also a controversial one. One of those reasons is because politicians kept getting in trouble with the law. So we're breaking down a list of the public figures who had legal issues this year.
Going chronologically, the year started off with a bang with the trial for the largest bribery scheme in state history.
This is one step to the process, and we're going to utilize every process we can in the judicial system until we get it right, because I'm not guilty.
A court begged to differ with former Republican House Speaker Larry Householder. After his trial from January to March, Householder was found guilty of accepting a $61 million bribe. He used that money to put himself and his allies into power, and for his credit card debt and home renovations. In June, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison.
I did not believe that anything proved that I had committed and that I had engaged in a racketeering conspiracy, which is why I fought this from the beginning.
The trial of former GOP leader Matt Borges was combined with Householder's. He was also found guilty in the same scheme, receiving 5 years in prison. He pocketed over $350,000 from the scandal and bribed an FBI informant with a $15,000 check.
I may have hit her hand unintentionally or something just so I wouldn't get hit again. He's a liar.
Ex-Republican State Rep Bob Young was arrested in July and later convicted of domestic violence against his wife. He ended up being arrested multiple times with charges of DV, stalking, and violation of a protection order. He was acquitted of an assault charge. He was pushed to resign following his second arrest.
For the sake of my family, looking forward to putting this behind me.
In October, former Democratic Cincinnati City Councilman P.G. Sittenfeld was sentenced to 16 months in prison after a jury convicted him of bribery and extortion charges. He was found guilty of accepting $40,000 in bribes.
Working with some, my representatives and I, defending myself in every respect. Filing a false police report is a very serious issue.
After a tumultuous 6 months, Democratic State Rep Elliot Forhan had a restraining order and a police report filed against him in November. Fellow lawmaker State Rep Juanita Brent filed and received a protection order against Forhan after numerous incidents of harassment, including allegedly showing up to her house on numerous occasions. In early December, former chairman of the Public Utilities Commission, Sam Randazzo, pleaded not guilty after being charged with a dozen bribery crimes. He was allegedly a major player in the Householder scheme and received millions in bribes.
I apologize.
Also in December, ex-Republican Cincinnati City Councilman Jeff Pastor was sentenced to 2 years in prison after pleading guilty to 1 count of wire fraud. The FBI says he pocketed $55,000.
At the Columbus Bureau, I'm Morgan Trau reporting.